Hi, my name is Alice, and I'm a college instructor. And I joined the village because over the past couple of years, I've started to become more and more aware that I needed to do more, to learn more and act more to be able to be a better mom for my black daughter. Um, I kind of always knew about racial issues and felt like I knew that there were things that I needed to prepare her for, and I felt prepared for that. But I began to realize I wasn't doing enough, and I needed to find people who could help. And living in Utah County, it was a little bit hard to find people that could help me and give me advice and help me know what to do. And so I heard about the village and thought it would be a good opportunity to find people who could help me to be a better mom and to help me to raise my daughter to be a strong black woman. And so I am very grateful for the opportunity we had to do the village. I think that it benefited my whole family in a lot of ways. Me personally, I didn't feel like I learned a ton, like intellectually. I knew a lot of the stuff that we talked about, but it made me want to act more. It made me want to do more in my life, and I think that was what was most important to me. But for the rest of my family, I felt like they learned a lot. My 14-year-old biological white son, I think because of my white privilege, I had never thought about talking to him about race a lot. Like I knew, and we would talk about things as they came up in the news and stuff like that, but I never really thought about sitting down and having conversations with him because I guess I just didn't ever need to. And I've learned that that was wrong, and I needed to have those conversations. And so it was a really great opportunity to get him out and start those conversations. Not even so much what we talked about there, but what it started in our home, the conversations that we have now that we didn't have before, because he wants to talk about things that I just wasn't exposing him to before. And so I'm really, really grateful for that. Another thing that was really important to me is just as an action, I think that coming to the village helped show my daughter that we value her. We value her blackness. We want that to be something that she is proud of and loves, and it's something we're proud of and love, and that we're willing to take the time and the effort to acknowledge that. So that was really important. In terms of how it's empowered me to act, one thing that, like I said before, I feel like I knew a lot of things, but I very much was believing in this culture of niceness idea that I needed to be nice and not make anyone uncomfortable and just kind of go along. And I've lived for a long time in an area where I don't agree with a lot of people on a lot of things, and I've kind of learned to just be quiet about it and let my own opinions just stay within me and not share it too much. And for going to the village kind of helped me realize that A, there's other people who are thinking about the same issues and worried about the same things and trying to do something about it. And B, that I don't have to, it isn't so important that I worry about keeping everyone else comfortable. It's important that I do what's right and act on what I know is right. And so because of that, I feel like I'm more willing to stand up for my daughter now. We're working on getting mentorships, finding black adults for her to hang out with and be with and learn from that I had kind of been trying before, but not really making that effort. So I'm making the effort more. I've been talking to her teachers more, talking to her school more. And it's oddly enough, I've also just found that my circle of friends is changing. I find myself more caring who I'm around and caring that they believe in the same kind of things that I believe in and that they're passionate about the same kind of things that I'm passionate about. So as I make decisions of who I want to spend my time with, I think that those decisions are different now. I find my circle of friends shrinking just a little bit, but they're people that I really want to be around. And I really think that that's because the village has forced me to think about these issues and realize how important they are and how much I want to stand up for my daughter and make the world a better place for her and help her to be strong in a world that's going to be different for her than it is for me.
the community village?
I'm much more of an advocate for my child now, and I'm much more aware of racial microaggressions that may be targeted towards my child. Um, I'm very aware that while I view her as the sun and the moon and the stars, there may be times when, because of her skin color, she is not being treated equally, and I'm making sure that she's getting that equal treatment in school, in extracurricular activities, everywhere. I'm making sure I'm very. I don't want to say hyper aware, but I'm more aware now of how people may be viewing her differently and how that may be skewing her chances in the world, and I'm making sure that the skew goes back.
Okay.
Good?
That was great.
Okay. Yeah, her